Hey guys, so tonight I wanted to sit down with the new Natasha Denona bronze palette, and I did do a video on this as well as the face palette. It looks like this, and I just keep hearing so many people, keep talking about it, which I completely understand. It is a gorgeous palette, but I want to try to see if I can kind of recreate an eye look from this using other Natasha Denona palettes that I have, because I do feel like there are a lot of very similar colors in that palette. So the one palette that I see a lot of similarities to is this Metropolis palette. And this actually, okay, so this is not the layout of the original Metropolis palette. I've popped these shades out and back in, and some of them are not even from this palette. I've messed all of my palettes all up. Like I have the Tropics palette here, but it's not actually the Tropic palette anymore because I have a whole other color scheme going on in there. But I was looking through all of these palettes, and I thought between the Metropolis palette here, which, let me put it beside this one, so we have a bunch of bronzy shades in both, and then I also have my Biba palette here, which also has just, it's the all neutral palette. So I figured between the two of these, I really thought that I could probably create like a similar looking eye look. So I went ahead and I put on my NARS, what is this called? Tinted Smudge Proof eyeshadow base. This is in the shade Light, and I love how it just like lightens up my lids so much. And then I have a bunch of brushes I just cleaned here, so I'm not like mixing shades from palettes or anything like that, and we can keep everything nice and fair, even though it's all Natasha Denona, so it's not really like I'm really like duping it out. It's just more like, if you have these two palettes already, could you potentially create the same look? Yes. Does that mean that you shouldn't get the bronze palette? Absolutely not, because it is gorgeous and stunning, and it's an awesome everyday palette and a really gorgeous like summer palette. I love this. I'm not trying to say don't get it. I just wanted to play around with it again, and I figured this might be a fun way to do it. So first off, I want to take this beach shade here, which is just a nice tan shade, but I want to find something similar I can throw on the other eye. So let's see. I was also swatching a little bit earlier, and this right here is what I'm looking for right now. That shade was, I actually mixed this shade with this shade here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the beach shade from the bronze palette on a big fluffy bling brush. This is an E13, and I'm going to put this right in my crease. So this eye will be the bronze palette eye, and my other eye will be the other palette eye. This really does blend in so well, and I do kind of want to build this shade up just so we can see if I'm getting the same kind of shade on my other eye. Like usually I probably would have just left it at that, but I don't know. I'm just in like a testy kind of mood, I guess. There comes that air again every single time. You know what? It is 90 degrees in North Carolina right now, and I will be damned if I try to sit here and film a video with a light shining at me with no air conditioning on, because I would just be a sweaty, greasy mess by the end of it, and no one wants to see that. And like literally my hair right now, I took a shower earlier. I did not have time to dry it. My face, my arms, my chest, everything is a different color right now. I'm just a mess, as per usual, so y'all should really be used to it by now. So now I'm going to go into the Biba palette, and I'm going to take, what shade was it? A Tusk and Freckle. So mostly Tusk and a little bit of Freckle. And I'm going to, this is a JS8, which I probably should not even be using right now, because I just watched his apology video. I just can't. I literally don't know what is going through these people's minds right now. Like, just, you know what? For once, not saying something was actually getting you somewhere, and you probably should have just kept your mouth shut. But he's a changed person, so whatever. I'm so over all of it. Like, I just don't even care anymore. The only thing I care about is the fact that I got my hands on the Raw Beauty Kristi and Pure collection this morning. It launched 12 p.m. today. Well, I guess it was this afternoon. It launched 12 p.m. I got on the site. I was actually playing with Parker outside at that time, so I didn't even like see my little alarm go off. And I got on the site around 1. I literally added it to my cart. I didn't get any of the lashes or anything, but I added it to my cart and I checked out. And it was like the easiest thing ever. So everything, like they fixed everything. It was amazing. It was such an easy shopping experience. And yes, I did break my no buy, and do I regret it? Not even for a second. So that's that. And it was a pre-sale, not launch, but like a pre-sale sale. So I won't be getting it for a little while, which is totally fine with me. But y'all know as soon as I do, I will be playing with it for quite a few videos. So this is what we are working with so far, and I think for the most part they're looking pretty similar. I mean, honestly, this isn't a shade I would consider like super special. It's just a warm, neutral shade. So next, let's see, what are we gonna go into? So next I want to take these two shades kind of mixed together, and I feel like those two shades kind of make this shade here in the Biba palette. So that's what we're going to be using on this eye. And then on the bronze eye, we're using Suntan mixed with Sundown. And I'm gonna take another brush. For this, I'm going to take my Bling Brush E3 and just go between the two like so. And this is a very powdery palette for sure. I know you're not supposed to blow it off, but I'm the only one using this, so I do. And I'm just going to run this right in my crease as well. This isn't going to be like some crazy revolutionary eye look, by the way, if you were expecting that. Pretty sure you weren't if you've ever joined this or watched this channel before. But if this is your first time here, hello. I'm glad you found it. And also, if you have been here for a while, check and make sure that you are subscribed if you have been subscribed before, because I've lost like 20 subscribers in the past week, and a few people have said to me, like, I came to watch one of your videos and I wasn't subscribed anymore, even though like I subscribed and I wanted to be subscribed. So I'm not sure what is going on with YouTube, and I always hear those like big ass beauty gurus complaining about this, and I hate when they do that. But for a tiny little channel like mine, like 20 subscribers is a lot, so can they not? I have the Suntan and Sundown on the bronze eye now. I'm gonna go in with Prairie on the other eye. Actually, no, I'm not. I was just sitting here looking at the Metropolis palette, and I'm going to go into this shade here. That looks a little more, I think it's a little bit deeper, so I think that might work a little bit better. And this is a Morphe M332. I'm not sure if I should be using this brush, but we will see. I feel like it might need to be even like just a little bit warmer, since the other one kind of had that mustardy tone to it. So I think I'm gonna dip into this shade as well. Possibly this one too. I don't know, maybe all three of these. We will see. I am noticing a huge difference in the formula of the Metropolis palette and the bronze palette. The bronze palette is so much easier to work with. And like I'm mixing colors just like I am with this one, but I don't know, the other one, it's almost like it's kind of hard to get a good amount of product on my brush without it. I'm not sure how to describe it, but I know she's done some like formula updates on these recent palettes that have been coming out, and I can definitely tell a big difference, and I'm really loving the formula of this bronze palette. So I think that looks pretty damn similar. All right. Now I want to go in with another brush. I'm going to take my Bling Brush E15, and in the bronze palette, I'm going to go into Magma, which is this kind of deeper brown shade. And for the other eye, I think I'm going to go into Pasha, this warm brown shade. First off, we will do the bronze eye, and this is kind of a smaller brush. I just want to get like right into my crease with it. I love this color. I think I'm going to lay a bit more down, and then I'm going to take that last brush that I was using and really blend it out with those other colors. I'm going into suntan and sundown again, and I'm just going to blend right over where I laid that down. And then I'm going to take the first brush that we were using, this big fluffy one. I'm going to go back into each, this lightest shade down here, and bring that along the top. I might grab a little bit of this sundown shade too. I kind of want a little more of this yellow mustardy shade poking through. Alright, I really love like the gradient of all of that now. So for the other eye, we are going to take an M456 and I'm going to go into this Pasha shade. I believe that's how you say it. I truly do not know. So this one is definitely more red than brown. I think I'm going to mix it with the shade that is below it, which is this kind of deep, it's almost a cooler tone, but I think it'll add a good brown to it. And then again, I'm going to go in with the other brush we were using, and I'm going to go in to the Prairie shade, which kind of has that mustard tone, and blend out this top edge. And then I'm going to take the biggest brush again, and I'm going to go into Tusk and Freckle, and just go on the very top. Oh, I just started blending out that eye with this brush. I'm going to switch brushes and blend this a little more. I never do anything like this, so I feel like it would take me so much getting used to have like 2 sets of brushes for each eye. But I think they look pretty similar. I mean, I wouldn't like look at someone on the street and be like, they have 2 different palettes on their eye. But I think the hardest part of this is going to be finding the perfect shimmer, because that's what's really going to be taking up so much space on my eye. So I was swatching them earlier, but I want to swatch them again. I want to swatch this True Copper shade here, and then the True Bronze shade here, and then also Silk down here. These are those 3, is that right? Now we need to find some shades that look similar. So in this Metropolis palette, I kind of need to swatch this one in the corner right here. And I think I'm going to swatch the one right next to it. It's just another copper color, honestly. Those are pretty similar. I know it's hard to... The top one is a little bit warmer, but they are pretty freaking similar. I'm also going to swatch this one over here. And I'm not saying what their names are because I'm not sure if I put them back in the correct order. And if I didn't, I don't want to be telling you the wrong names. Alright, I think honestly the 3 of those are pretty good dupe outs for each other. So first off, we're going to go in on the bronze eye, and I'm going to take this True Copper on my finger. Yeah, True Copper. I'm just going to pat that all over my lid. Alright, now I'm going to take this top shade from this palette and do the same thing. That looks so freaking similar. It is almost scary. I'm not sure if it looks as similar, or I'm not sure if it looks more similar in person or on camera, but that's kind of crazy. Now I just want a light shade, like, I think I want the Silk shade, oh geez, what is it? This Silk shade here on the middle of the bronze eye, but I need to find something similar for the middle of the other one, and I think that would be this Shine color right here, which is on this finger. This one's a little bit more gold toned, but I don't think it will matter much once they are stacked up on top of each other, layered on top of each other. That's the word I was looking for. So I'm just going to take Silk on my finger and put that right in the center. I really wish that there was a lighter shade in here. Like, I think that this is really pretty, but I wish there was a lighter shade. This right here looks like it would be lighter, but that's what I just put in the center of my eye. So I almost feel like these other palettes have better, like a better array of shimmers. So on the other eye, I'm going to take this Shine shade on my finger, which is exactly what I want. Yeah, like this is what I need out of that other palette, or out of this palette. Just something a little bit lighter and brighter for like an inner corner highlight, or just to do this right here. So now I actually like this eye more than this eye because I cannot get anything lighter from this palette. So usually I would just go in with like whatever highlighter I was using. So today I have my Grenon Meteorites, and I'm just going to go into this kind of rosy shade, and I'm just gonna tap a tiny bit on there just to lighten it up, like the teensiest bit. I think this would work with any highlighter, but I think that makes them look even more similar. Now I want to go in on my lower lash line. So from the bronze palette, I'm going to take Suntan and Sundown. These are the same two shades I've been mixing the entire time, those two. So powdery though. I got a lot of fallout from those glitter shades, or the metallic shades. I will just be even more bronzy looking now. So let me run this across my lower lash line. And that works. And on the other side, I'm going to take the little Morphe brush we were using and take it into this mid-toned warm brown shade. They're all the same at this point to me. I really do think this looks so similar, and you could get a lot of similar looks out of these. And I just like stabbed myself in the eye. Ow. I do see like a slight difference in this. This is bronzier. This isn't quite as bronzy, but honestly, in person, I don't see a big difference. Like, I wouldn't notice it on someone. Holy shit, my eyeball. Ow. Alright, I want to highlight my inner corner real quick. I'm going to go in with my highlighter again, since the bronze palette does not have a very light shade. And I actually just went into all three of them. Sort of a little up under my brow bone, even though I really still need to get them done. And then I was going to throw on a liner with this look, but I feel like that'll just kind of cover up the actual eyeshadow. So I think I'm just going to run and throw some mascara and a lip on real quick, and I will be right back to show you what the finished looks like. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I am back, and I just put on some of the new Patrick Ta She Single lip liner, which is like such a gorgeous nude. And then I topped it with the ABH Gloss in Bella. So pretty. So what do y'all think? Which eye do you like better? Can you tell a big difference? Is there no difference at all in your opinion? Are you planning on getting the bronze palette? Yeah, tell me all that. Again, make sure if you are wanting to be subscribed that you are subscribed. I also saw on like, it's like YouTube Studio, whatever, where you're uploading and, you know, doing all like YouTube stuff, that like 40% of the people that are watching are subscribed to me and like 60% aren't. So the other 60% should definitely go ahead and subscribe. But yeah, I think that is it for this video. I really did just want to play around with the bronze palette a little bit more, and I also wanted to see if I could make, you know, the same look using another Natasha Denona palette I had. So if y'all enjoyed that concept, let me know. I can definitely do this with other palettes. I'm trying to think of some, but I'm totally like drawing a blank. But if like there's a ColourPop palette I could, or like a Naked palette I could dupe with a ColourPop palette or something like that. But it will really help y'all to be able to see my whole collection. I know I'm working on it, and it will hopefully be up this week. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, and I hope you are having a great day, night, evening, weekend, whatever it is, wherever you are. Bye.